watching the way Charlie plays his hi-hat is, first of all, we know that he comes up off the backbeat, you know, and we know that story already, where that came from. But what he plays on the hi-hat is something that you look at and you go, ah, okay, I'm going to do that the next time I'm playing a song, a kind of a rock song. And again, you just might as well forget it. It's totally impossible to copy his hi-hat thing that he does. But what it does, what his hi-hat does is it actually propels the engine of the Rolling Stones, being Keith and him together. And I'm probably going on here too much drum-wise or something, but if you were to...
It's a drum channel.
What am I saying? It's a drum channel. Okay, so, you know, I will say this. I've told Keith this. I've told Charlie this. If there was a college course that included being able to sit in what they call the red zone, Pierre, you know, Keith's guitar guy, calls it the red zone. You would sit there, if you were a guitar player or a drummer, you sit there in that spot, you have Keith right here, and you have Charlie right there. And you hear the most remarkable thing. It is the essence of what rock and roll is. And you could, if you could experience it that way, it would be osmosis. So you would take it in, and it would really help you to know how to play a shuffle, how to play anything that's got to do with rock and roll. And without that, you're going to be listening to records and guessing and trying to make this thing happen. But without being able to experience this kind of thing, you know, for guitar players, the same thing. That whole art will be gone. You know, and it's not about perfection. See, that's the beauty of this whole thing. Like, especially with guitar players. Guitar players will play, they'll hear a groove and they'll go, oh, okay, I got that. And they'll practice it, and then they got it. And then when you go hear them play, they play that groove. But that's only a fraction of what it is. You got to be able to go from a really perfect version of a thing to all over the place. You got to go maybe to a place where it's awful.
Sure.
You got to be able to make some mistakes, maybe some serious mistakes, and then jump back to it. And then you're playing rock and roll.